Okay, we live. We live. You got that? One more time. We recording. We're also filming. I decided to go ahead and film just because, not so much that I want to post this online. It has the potential to do that, right? But my biggest thing with all this is that I want to see how well it does, if I come up with anything and all that stuff. So that's the reason why we're going ahead and post this stuff right now, or at least record it. But today is May 12th, Sunday, Mother's Day, 2024, and we're doing really well. Levels are good. I'm doing pretty good. Got my white shirt on, or I don't know what kind of color this is. I bought a lot of shirts. I like to wear t-shirts, and then either with some shorts or some dress pants. That's my uniform. Really, my uniform is like, what is my uniform? My uniform is usually a black t-shirt and some type of pants, and that's it. I keep it simple. I was hitting myself or be mad at myself because I have that type of uniform. It's kind of boring, but it works for me. I can style it if I need to. And then, yeah. So today is a good day. I don't know what I have planned for today. What did we do the other day? Yesterday was an interesting, cool day. Kids were mostly fine. They did fight and all that good stuff, but yeah, they are doing their thing. I recorded my next video that's gonna be out probably in the next 2 weeks. Not this Sunday, not next Sunday, but the week after. I do have a couple of videos I'm editing right now. That's in the pipeline. I do have a midweek post that I want to work on behind the scenes. We'll see how that takes to people. And yeah. My other video went out today. Usually I do it on Sundays. It's out right now. So we'll see how that works and everything. And then we'll go from there. I think, right? That video. The video that I did yesterday, we're going to talk about that soon, but it's about coffee. It really is. So I'm just letting you know that it is about coffee. And ironically speaking, I actually learned some things about it. And I do want to talk about that. But give you any updates or anything like that, coffee wise, today or anything. I haven't checked Amazon. I'm not going to check Amazon. I'm not going to check Amazon till later in the week. I've done the part that I need to. And now I'm just sitting here just doing other things that are important and critical to the business. I did work on my Kanban board. Kanban, if you don't know, is a way to where you can be organized and get things done. So those are some of the things I did work on, right? Yesterday got that done. And then as I got it done, what else did I do? Did the video. That was about for an hour and a half, something like that. Went ahead, already put the footage on the computer, and we'll take a stab at it in the next couple of days, whatnot. But right now it's there, and we're gonna keep it moving, keep it grooving. So we'll see how long we go today. This one, I'm sure it's not going to be that long. The other ones has been kind of, I won't say that monster episodes, but they are episodes to the point to where they are to the point to where it's becoming the norm. It's becoming a situation or thing that I'm getting better at, understanding a lot more, and we're just going to keep it pushing, right? And I did my workout this morning, and now that I did my workout, I am doing this podcast, and then I'll do other stuff later, and then we're gonna keep it going. I did work out a system to where I can get my blog posts in, I can get my podcast in, get a couple LinkedIn posts in, and then kind of keep it moving from there, right? So things are looking pretty good. Then I'll start to do some more recipes online, put those on my website, start to populate the site that way, right? And yeah, that's what I've been doing in a nutshell. I've been tasting the Peruvian coffee. It's been tasting. It's something's about it. It's just kind of crazy. It's not a bad coffee, but just by the experiment that I did yesterday, it was telling. Didn't do anything special, but I am going to change a couple things on it, and I think it's going to be, in this case, the grind size to see if I can taste some more or what that coffee should be. I think I did taste what it should be yesterday when I did the gooseneck. Gooseneck was coming in really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit, right? So, yeah, that gooseneck coffee. I don't know why I don't do it as much as I should. I may do it again today. We'll see. But I will try to do a finer grind because the coffees that I did yesterday. Let's just get back. Let's just get into the topic. I did a topic. It's interesting because, when you think about topics for YouTube, you try to think of something, not so much that what everybody else is doing, because we all have done all the same thing, right? But I think one of the biggest things that I'm understanding about this, even though I'm trying to get, feedback from other people, is that it has to be interesting to us to do, right? That's going to be one of the biggest takeaways from all of this. It has to be interesting for what I want to want to do. That's where it comes to. That's the biggest takeaway about this. I have to do topics that I want to do. So when I was thinking about topics to do, this one came up when I was searching different topics to do. A lot of them are crap or things that I'm not interested in, and I don't think other people may be interested in. But that's besides the point. Don't worry about people right now. I know I keep saying I want feedback. I want people to give me ideas, blah, 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 blah. People will eventually, I think, do that. But right now, they're not doing that because they just are here for the ride. They're just trying to see how consistent you're going to be. So the topic that I did talk to or do about, see, hello, yeah, okay. The topic that I did do and all that good stuff. Yeah, okay, mic check. Okay, there we go. So the topic I did talk about and all that was, does blooming actually affect the quality or the flavor of the coffee? This coffee's been like 2 weeks off roast, so it's just a perfect ideal candidate for this type of test, right? And yeah, so I had a little bit more of a twist to it because I do have tools, I do have instruments, I do have all that stuff in order to get more deeper to the situation, So and that's the thing about it. That's the advantage I do have to my viewers is that they're into coffee. They like coffee and all that good stuff, right? But it's gonna be where they draw a line in the sand to where they're like, nah, no. I can't buy that. And truthfully, if you had a choice of picking an espresso machine that's like $1,000 or $1,500, or refractometer that's about $800. Let's see. No, let's just see how much it is. VST refract. VST refractometer. Okay. We're looking it up now. Yeah, VST Labs. Check that out. Okay, so previously, this is they have a 20 a coffee 3. I have coffee 2 or 1. I can't remember which one I have. But let's get it real quick. Okay, we're back. We're back. So here is a refractometer. Let's see if we can show that to the screen. Picking that up, camera. Come on, pick it up. There we go. That's a refractometer. Okay, that's what it looks like. You open this up. That's where you put the coffee. Okay. Yeah. So this thing is $749. Let's just round up. It's $800 after taxes and shipping and all that crap. I'm sure it's free and all that good stuff when you go about it and all that stuff. I don't know what they changed of it, but this is what I'm using. I'm using version 1 or version 2 of the refractometer, right? So, and again, I justified getting this because I was in the coffee industry and I actually talked to the owner and stuff like that for a while. And he kind of convinced me. I mean, he's a salesman too, but I thought about it and I was like, well, do I really need this? I'm going too deep into this rabbit hole. This is just this is it. It reads TDS. And really where most of the magic comes from is the app. They haven't updated the app because why do they need to update the app? It's coffee. It's the same product that you put into the TDS, right? So again, you have two spectrums. You have a person who's deep into that rabbit hole. Don't get me wrong. They're deep into that rabbit hole. They buy high-end beans. They bloom or not bloom. We'll get into that soon. And they're thinking, the hell is a VST? What is a refractometer? Why do I need that? I don't need that crap. I'm going to get this espresso machine. I'm going to taste the coffee and I'm going to enjoy it and I'm going to move on with my life. I will have to say this. The refractometer is one of the biggest things that's really helped me out so much. So much. Hey, how you doing? Doing okay? You not happy? Okay. We'll talk soon, okay? All right. It's my boy over there. He's in the back. He's getting recorded right now. You can't see him because I'm in the frame. And I did at 1.8. So, so again, you got to think about this. Where are people spending their money? What makes sense for them to spend their money? So that's kind of like what we're trying to do right now. It's you have to understand where people are coming from, gathering their thoughts and all that good stuff. What's up, big boy? Huh? What's up? I don't know. Where's the remote? You're gonna have to ask your mother, okay? I know you could watch it probably in a classroom. But yeah, we're gonna move this camera a little bit more. That's one thing I'm noticing with this camera stuff is that sometimes I'm not in the frame as much as I should be. You know, we're gonna move this even closer. This is ridiculous how close this thing can get. I may have to get that. I may have to get that. Put this thing down. Put just this stuff right now. This is the only drawback of this thing. So I don't want that to be in the frame like that. There you go. So we're in the frame a little bit more. I moved it up so it's right in my face. I think I may get that 50 millimeter and move it back and kind of go from there. Because this 20 is, it's nice. I like it, but it's so intimate. That 50 may do me right. We'll see. We'll see. I need to stop buying gear. I have to pay things off and all that. Make money from something. Okay, so let's get back to the topic. The topic is, why would somebody buy a refractometer when they are going about their coffee journey, right? I think that's what it is. It's their coffee journey, right? And that's one of the things that they don't really do, because they can't really justify spending $800 just for a device in an app, right? A device right here. Come on, pick it up. There we go. This device again, okay? And let me show you that. Okay, this is the app. Okay, love this app. It's a good app. And why would they spend that money on this app when they can just buy some beans and some grinder and espresso machine, blah 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 blah, right? Why would they do that? They have to draw a line in the sand somewhere. And that's where I come in. I don't have a line drawn in the sand at all. You know, except for I haven't told you the grinder I got. I'm not talking about this Virtuoso. This is a nice grinder. I like it a lot, but I'm not even talking about the other grinder I bought years ago. That's in the back somewhere that I'll bring up in a conversation. But I realize how much things I bought in the coffee world, and it's kind of crazy that I'm still doing this. But let me get back to the topic. All right, so here's the thing. This is where I come in, right? Because people are just tasting these coffees and thinking that their coffee is amazing and all that crap, and it can be. It's their palate, it's their mouth, right? I'm not saying that, but again, as I was tasting the coffees, they didn't taste robust or anything, right? And the grind setting that I do have on those coffees is like, I think perfect down the road, perfect V60 type of grinds. But it was the way the recipe was that I was making. It wasn't bunchy. It wasn't really that good. It was barely enough to where I can taste the coffee. And then the VST proved that point, right? But one thing I did notice is that as you keep going into the rabbit hole of brewing the coffee for a lot longer, it seems that those coffees tend to extract even more so. So then we can get to the point to where let's go ahead and go a little bit finer. Let's go ahead and extract for like 30 seconds to a minute. Let's say a minute, minute and a half. Minute and a half is kind of crazy. So then that's where you can use less coffee, right? But does it taste good? I mean, again, it comes back to the palate. It comes back to what you're actually tasting. And I think that's one of the things that we are trying to really gather in this whole coffee world. Is like, and I think that's the biggest advantage of people who just drink coffee for drinking coffee's sake, right? And when they drink coffee for coffee's sake, they understand it a little bit better, more so at times than professionals. I don't even cup. I think cupping is crap, but we'll talk about cupping later. If you want to cup, I'm not cupping with you. If you want to drink a cup of coffee, I'll drink a cup of coffee with you all day long, right? So that's the thing about coffee. And that's the thing about this experiment is that that's my twist. That's my angle. That's my engineered type of background that I can provide to this coffee game. I'm still trying to find my voice. I'm still trying to find the topics I want to talk about. And we're just going to have fun with it, right? And eventually soon, I will get into this whole, you know, Hario switch thingy and Buona Vita discussion, because I think that's extremely important too. I think that's important that I get that going, understand what's going on with that, because let's go ahead and do some more demonstrations. Show you what I got. Okay. All right. There we go. We're back. Just had to get a couple more things for more demonstrations. I guess video is kind of cool. I could just, talk, relax. I'm going to do both. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But, okay. One of the subscribers I talked to. You see that? There we go. I'm working out this thing with this whole video recorder camera. So here we go. Here's a switch. Here's a switch, right? I'm not gonna take it out the box. I've already looked at it, but I left it in the box. It's been over a month since I've had it, and usually when I get things, I tear it up and go for it, right? But that's the switch, right? Let me get one more thing, because since I'm not taking it out, let me get one more thing. Okay, here we go. So now we got this bad boy, right? This is my favorite brewer of all time. It's the GOAT. It really is. This is the Hario V60. This is the porcelain one. I have two other ones that's plastic. I have a size 3 and all that good stuff. I had a size 1, but it's way too small, and I put it in a Mr. Coffee machine, and I may bring up that experiment later. But here's the point. Here's the thing. I think one of the things that may make the switch suffer is this right here. It's the exact same fucking hole. I shouldn't say curse words, but you get what I'm talking about. Here's a hole. I think this hole is way too big. Let's not get too crazy here. Let's not have no things that you're thinking about right now. But let's talk about coffee, okay? We're talking about engineering, okay? All right, here's the hole. You see that hole, right? To me, that hole is too big. It's way too big. When you draw down the coffee, when you're doing brewing, I think it makes too fast of a brew. I personally don't like fast brews. I like the wood neck. I like the Hario wood neck, the cloth, because it's a lot slower and everything. And we're going to probably test that out again today. But this one, they don't even make anymore. This is the Buona Vita dripper. It is, to me, the original switch. I do need to clean out these tools a little bit better, but look at this. Let me show you. This is what I'm talking about. You see that hole? You see this hole, right? Let's see if we can even this up. It doesn't compare. Look how small that hole is compared to this one. This one's huge, and this one is small. And I think this is the advantage of the Buona Vita. Nice, slower drips. To me, a lot sweeter. So that's why I think the reason why I haven't really opened up the box, because it is, I think it's going to be dethroned. It does the exact same thing. I think it's a little bit more finicky, the Hario V-Switch, but I don't know. I need to play around with it. I need to test it. And we're going to play around with it a little bit more. That's kind of like my angle. That's how I'm going to go about this a little bit more. I'm going to have the tools geek out and also use my palate. My palate is something that I can trust, that I do want to give to people so they will understand what I'm tasting. But I guess I really didn't talk about the topic that I did a video on yesterday. Here's the thing. I've noticed that it does matter when I do things, right? And when I do things, it's one of those things to where I learn more about the situation, probably more than the other person. I do hope that somebody do get things from the situation, right? But the biggest takeaway, the biggest thing that I'm really trying to understand is that we're talking about coffee here. We're geeking out about gear and palettes and something that we can actually get instant gratification from. And I think that's the cool thing about coffee. You can really get instant gratification. Sometimes you do have to wait to taste the coffee if it's a week off roast. And when you do that, it's that's pretty much the only delayed gratification that you're probably getting. But for the most part, when you, the consumer, the customer, the client, whatever you want to call yourself, has that bag of coffee, you can open that bag of coffee and start your journey, your new journey of tasting and crafting and loving and enjoying it and just having a good time, right? And I think that's the beauty of all this, really. It's aware that you can focus and get things moving in a way to where it does make sense to you. So that's more so that what I'm thinking about right now, trying to understand where you come from and how you go about your thing, because I've talked to a couple of people, online, you'll see people posting their things and all that good stuff. But for the most part, I don't need to really be in your house to understand what you're doing. That is a little creepy if I have to say that, but only if I'm invited in and we are drinking coffee. But okay, there we go. We're kind of really doing the same thing, right? And the beauty about your setup, your situation is that you may taste that roaster for that time and then you move on. Or you may just try something different in that lineup, right? But you're kind of doing the same ritual. You're trying to doing the same things of seeing what the coffee tastes like, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. And you got to trust your palate. And that's one thing that I constantly play back into my mind quite a bit. Because when I use this right here and try to understand what I'm trying to do, I kind of get fooled into just thinking that, oh, this is what I'm thinking about. Or is it the machine that's telling me this is what I'm tasting and all that good stuff, So, yeah. What's up? You bored? Okay. Well, next time don't do that stuff. Okay. Go read a book right now and I'll come to you soon, okay? I know you just woke up. You just woke up and you don't want to read a book. I understand that. Huh? Okay. All right, I'm coming. I'm coming. Yeah. The dude fucked up my TV. And did some other stuff. I don't know what else he did, but he fucked up my TV, did some other stuff in the room that I couldn't see, and what else did he do? He had a good day yesterday. Such a good day. The dude messed up a lot of stuff. My mom said I was a bad kid. I mean, he's not a bad kid, but he's exhibiting qualities or tendencies that I did when I was younger. That's what they say. And I'm not really, I am the one suffering. Oh. Okay, there we go. Where are you? Okay. All right. I got a request or a demand to stop talking about him. So I'm going to stop talking about him. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So that's the thing about all these. Those are the things that we're trying to think about, trying to do, and trying to understand and all that good stuff. Right. But you drink your coffee the way you drink it. And this is just my idea, twist in the whole saga of coffee. Right. And I'm just really trying to understand you to make a better product. I think that's the biggest thing, biggest takeaway that I'm trying to understand when I do these videos, these feedbacks, trying to request, demand, like covet feedback, is that I'm just trying to make something better. And I think in this case, because I used to be a people pleaser. I used to. Now I don't care about that crap at all. I just do the things that I do and I understand them and all that good stuff. And I just kind of keep it pushing from there, right? But I guess what I'm saying is that it's extremely important that I go about this in a way to where it does make sense to you. And I do hope that it will come off in a way to where I'm really trying to help. Even if you don't buy my stuff, that's the beauty of this, really, is that even if you don't buy anything that I do sell or whatnot, I'm giving you something that's of value. I think hopefully more than the roaster that you usually buy stuff from. But I just want to get better. That's really where I'm coming about this. When it may seem like, oh, this guy, why does he care about feedback so much? What's wrong with him? And especially in business, you have to be a people pleaser. You have to understand the customer, right? You have to understand that they are in it for them. And if you can help them, guide them on their merry-go way, as I've been saying the past couple of episodes and all that stuff, that's more so what I'm looking at or trying to do and trying to understand from people. So, yeah. So I think that's what I got. This one was another 30-minute one. I can do these. I can keep talking and talking and talking. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to bore you any more than what you're bored right now, right? So this video podcast has been great. I think I'm going to release both of them. I'm going to release this one and then the other one. The other one will be up first, the audio version, because it's RSS feed and all I got to do is do my thing and get things ready. And then once I do that, it'll be up. But the video one will be coming soon, probably a day or two after this one, something like that. I may do that one. I may release it Tuesday. Yeah, I may release it Tuesday. We'll see. Nobody's going to watch this anyway, so. All right. Talk to you later. Hey, I got to do my wave. You're not the star. You're not the star. Microphone, yes, you are, but I am.